Hey everyone, I'm Crow, and welcome back for another Reddit story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Now, let's dive in. Am I the asshole for telling a woman at the gym that she's embarrassing herself? I go to the gym a lot. About 6 months ago, I noticed a woman I'll call Andrea. That's not her name, but it will be for the rest of this post. I don't know if Andrea started going to the gym 6 months ago or if that's just when I noticed her. Full disclosure, I spoke to her first, but I had no way of knowing what the result would be. A lot of the machines at this gym have little entertainment systems attached to them that can access local channels. I got on a treadmill and realized the TV on the treadmill wasn't working. Andrea was walking past, and I said, "Hey, do you know if there's an issue with the cable? This TV isn't working, but I don't know if it's just this one or all of them." She said the same thing happened to her on a different machine. I thanked her. That was the whole interaction. A week later, she asked me for some electrolyte powder for her water. I said I didn't have any. She was cool with that and asked me how long I'd been coming to the gym and what I did for work. I answered and returned her questions. She said she was new to the area and worked in private security. We had a few more chill conversations after that. 6 weeks ago, she asked me out. For reasons I won't get into here, I wasn't interested. I declined. She said not to worry about things being awkward at the gym if we don't work out. I said that wasn't the issue, just not looking to date right now. She kept talking to me, and at first I kept talking to her, but I started to think something might be wrong, and I started avoiding her. 2 weeks ago, she walked up to me while I was on a machine with only one way to properly dismount that involved stepping into where she was standing. She asked if I was avoiding her. I said I was and apologized. I said I just don't want to date right now. She said I don't have to avoid her to not date her. I said okay. I kept avoiding her though. Tonight, while I was working out, she confronted me again about avoiding her. I had a bad day and told her to leave me alone. She asked why I'm being such a prick, and I said because I wanted her to leave me alone. I then said that she was embarrassing herself and needs to stop. She put her foot on top of the weights, and I thought she was going to press down on them, so I let go of the bar very quickly, causing the weights to slam and make a loud noise. Several people looked over. She said, "Now, who's embarrassing himself?" and walked away. Did I go too far by saying that? Do I owe her an apology? Update. I went in early this morning for a run and told the front desk staff about Andrea putting her foot on the weights. They said they would talk to her. Then, after work, I went in again for a regular workout. I was working on my legs when she walked up to my machine. The first thing she did was apologize about the weights. I don't know if someone talked to her or if that was of her own initiative. I accepted her apology and apologized for saying she was embarrassing herself. She said she forgave me, but if I wanted to really make it up to her, I could buy her a drink and she would buy me one too to make up for the weights. I said, maybe we should buy our own drinks, meaning separately at different places and times, and she misunderstood me and asked when and where. I told her I meant that I didn't want to go out with her. She said this wouldn't be a date, but a reset for our friendship. I said I didn't want to be friends. She said I was being a douche and asked what my problem is. I said the weight incident made me uncomfortable, and I would rather us just give each other space. She then asked me if my problem with her is that she's Hispanic. I was so taken aback, I didn't even know she was until she said that. I said no, that she just makes me uncomfortable. She wanted me to explain what about her made me uncomfortable, and I tried to do so, but she argued with every point I made. I got frustrated and told her to just stay away from me. She said fine, and that I have a lot of maturing to do. Then she walked away. I'm hoping that's the end of it. Summary of previous posts. Skip this paragraph if you read that post. A woman at my gym, Andrea, fake name, asked me out after some normal, not at all romantic interactions. I turned her down, and shortly after I stated getting a weird vibe from her and started avoiding her. She confronted me about avoiding her twice, and the second time I said she was embarrassing herself, after which she put her foot on the weight stack of the machine I was using, causing me to let go of the bar really quickly and slam the weights. I initially thought I was the asshole for my rude comment, and most posters said I actually underreacted and should talk to gym management, which I did, after which Andrea confronted me again and asked me out again. I turned her down, we argued briefly, and she said I needed to grow up. Actual update: Andrea is banned from the gym. I was running on the treadmill and watching TV. She came up to talk to me, and I ignored her, staring at the TV. She raised her voice, and I continued to ignore her. She reached out and pulled the safety tab out of the treadmill, the one you connect to your wrist so the treadmill stops if you fall, causing the treadmill to come to a sudden stop. I tripped and fell onto the controls and TV, scratching my chin on the top of the screen. I went to the front desk with Andrea following me. I told them what she did. She kept trying to interrupt me and talk over me, but the woman at the front desk told her to be quiet and wait her turn. I told her Andrea pulled out the safety tab while I was running and injured me. The woman at the front desk then asked Andrea what happened. Andrea said I was staring into the middle distance, like I was in some kind of weird state, and she thought I was having a medical episode, so she pulled the tab. The woman at the front desk asked for her membership card. Andrea didn't want to give it to her, but the woman at the front desk said if she didn't, she would ban her. Andrea gave her the card, and the woman at the front desk said to leave, and she was suspended for a month. Andrea objected and got into an argument with the woman at the front desk that escalated into Andrea calling the woman an N word and the B word, so she was banned permanently. I hesitate to call that a happy ending because the poor gym employee had to put up with racial harassment, but I won't deny getting to watch her cut up Andrea's membership card felt good. Update: Sorry for the incomprehensible post. I posted this last night when I was drunk. I'll rewrite it to explain what happened. Last night I went to a bar near my apartment to meet up with some friends. The three of us were drinking and having a good time when Andrea walked up. I never saw her enter the bar. I only noticed her when she was in front of us. She greeted me and said it was good to see me and leaned in to try to kiss me. I pushed her away from me and she fell, but one of my friends caught her. She started yelling and asking what the fuck is wrong with me. I told her to stay away from me and not come any closer. She asked if I was embarrassed of her and didn't want my friends to see her. I said, "This is the third time you've tried to assault me and I want you to stay away from me." At that point, the bouncer showed up to ask what was going on. Andrea said I pushed her. I tried to explain that she tried to kiss me and is stalking me, but I was drunk and not doing a great job. My friends also tried to explain that I was innocent, but they were also drunk. Security kicked me out of the bar. My friends walked me home. I am definitely going to try to get a restraining order. This has gone way too far. Ursafarini said she is literally stalking you, and it's going to just get worse. If she tries to follow you again, please call the police. Ask your gym for video footage of Andrea purposely sabotaging your workouts, purposely trying to injure you, and following you around. This situation is insane and escalating from following you around the gym to full on intruding into your personal life. Does she have any of your social media? If so, definitely block her, as clearly she's starting to learn your patterns and outside hobbies. Be safe. BBB Let's Go. Said might be a stretch, but you should inform your workplace that you have a woman harassing you in retaliation for being rejected and banned from the gym after she escalated to violent and dangerous behavior. If she found you in a bar, assuming it wasn't a coincidence, then she can find out where you work and try to sabotage your job and reputation. Frozefoot said now that it's gone beyond the gym, you need to start the process of getting a restraining order. She's unhinged as fuck. You need to get the law on your side. Go back to the bar on a different night and ask for the manager. Explain the situation and the context. Make sure to mention that you're in the process of taking out a restraining order against her for stalking and harassment. Try and clear your name. You were with friends and a woman walked in and immediately created a scene, but you were kicked out. Nah, I'd be fighting that. That's some bullshit. On to story 2. Am I wrong to think it's cheating or inappropriate behavior? About 5-6 years ago, saw a guy DMing my wife at 10:30 at night, former coworker, and I told him it's inappropriate and to stop. He said it's not like that, bro, type response. Then about 3 years ago, when we're having some marital problems, I caught her lying to me about going to work but followed her to find out she was visiting his place. This was on a Friday night, by the way. We broke up and eventually reconciled, but she always said he's only a friend. I told her if I catch her with him again, it's all over. He also texted me something like, if I mess up, he'll be there waiting for her. Just recently, we live separately now, as she lives in my second house with her adult son, as she can't separate from him emotionally. I was traveling for an extended trip, and when I returned, I found him picking her up at her job in his car. She froze and started walking backwards when she saw me. Of course, I lost it and told her to get out of my house and kicked her out right there in the moment. I got the we're just friends and he helped me when I got into a car accident and you were away text, but nothing else. But recently, I just found out that from the web that he is living or shares his house with a woman his age. Not sure if they're in a relationship, to be honest. So I started second guessing my reaction to the whole thing. Was I wrong? Or am I being stupid to second guess my instincts and kick her out for good? Cat 7,779,311 say. You said if you catch her with him again, it's all over. So what does she do? Exactly what you asked her not to do. I would move on. My husband pulled this crap with me, and he was cheating for years with a woman who was supposedly a friend. I wouldn't waste any more of your precious time. Measurement due 5,407 said, she's been cheating the entire time, but honestly, I don't understand the point of your relationship even if she wasn't. Doesn't sound like a marriage. Seems to me you should move on and the cheating is irrelevant. If I were in your shoes, said, nope, file for divorce, have her served, and be done with her. Text him and her and say she is all yours. I have filed for divorce. If she begs for a last chance, she will need to call him an orbiter loser in a public post and say she crossed boundaries and fucked up the marriage by cheating on you with him. Until this happens, move toward divorce and be done with her. Story 3 girlfriend is pregnant, even though I have a vasectomy. My girlfriend and I went to Vegas this weekend for vacation. She spent a lot of time in the sun and didn't drink much water all day, so that led to her having a fainting episode and being taken to the hospital. Thankfully, it was only dehydration. The hospital said she was 5 weeks pregnant when they did her blood work. The funny part is that our group was joking about her being pregnant hours before because she was a few days late and that I have a vasectomy. I also joked that I would want a DNA test to claim the kid as my own because of that. Come to find out, she was actually pregnant. I'm asking for some advice on what to do here. It's 1 in million, the kid is mine because I even pull out two. What would everyone do in my shoes? P.S. This happened all yesterday, and we haven't really talked about things. Besides that, we aren't planning on keeping the kid. Raju Abju said, ding ding ding. Vasectomy is not 100%, so go check yourself first. If you are cleared it can't be yours, and well, then you know what to do next. K-Pite said, when did you get the vasectomy? After how many semen tests did you get? Either you get another one, or get a blood DNA test, or both. Yes, they can do it even as early as 7 weeks. Non-invasive prenatal paternity test. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you all, and have a great rest of your day.